Hi, my name is Deanna Chrysler. I'm the media specialist and also a third grade teacher at Lafe Nelson School. I'm here to talk to you about a new reading incentive program we're implementing at our school. It's called Read and Quiz. And Read and Quiz is an independent reading program that offers motivation and incentives for students as they complete independent reading. The goals of Read and Quiz are to offer incentives for reading, for independent reading is our focus, to empower students to find books that are just right, not too hard, not too easy, but just right books, and then to hold them accountable for what they've read. The program starts actually at kindergarten level, and at kindergarten level, children are learning what good reading looks like. So the teacher is modeling strong reading, and then the students participate in discussion about the books that they've read. Then it moves on to first grade, and still there's read-alouds that are used and a lot of discussion. By the end of first grade, some students are becoming independent readers, and so they're able to participate on a full-scale level. By second grade, most students are independent readers if we find the just right book. Again, something that's not too hard, not too easy, but just right. So the way the program works is students read a book, and then after they've read it, they can go onto the Read and Quiz program and take a quiz. As they take a quiz and they pass, they earn a certain number of points. Second grade through sixth grade, the very first incentive was those students that had the most points in each grade level got to participate in the book talk that you're going to see shortly. So I'd like to talk to you just a little bit about my perception as both the media specialist and as a classroom teacher. Honestly, at the beginning, the introduction of the program, I was a little worried as the media specialist for a few reasons. I love reading. I want the children to love reading, and I thought that the library should be a place where they just came in and found books that they loved and not have to take quizzes or tests on it. But what I found as we implemented the program was something wonderful was happening. Students were coming in and they were looking for books that were just right. There's no one in the library other than the aide, which does a fantastic job, to help them find just right books. So when we had media specialists, we would do book talks and we would help guide the children to find the books that they loved. Now they can go and they can find their level books that are just right on their own. That doesn't mean that they can only read books that are on their level. They can go above, they can go below. Sometimes they just take a vacation book, but they know what books to look for that are going to be just right for them. I was also a little worried about trying to transform the library in 1 year, and we've been so fortunate. We started out the year with many donated books from Title I readings. So we started with those and leveled those and put them on the shelf so students could access those. We also were given a very generous donation to the library this year for $1,500, and that went towards the new Read and Quiz program. PTO also just helped write a grant for United Way, and it was funded, and we're going to be using that money to help with the incentives and to carry on the program. So we're so fortunate that all of these things came into play. We have a lot of volunteers that help level books and color code them, and some paid employees that also help with that process. Now, as a classroom teacher, it's been marvelous because right away I could go in and easily level all the books in my classroom and find a good way to organize them. It was quite a simple process, and the students could do that also. So overall, I would say that Read and Quiz is a success. I see students reading, I hear them in the library, I hear them in the classroom. Oh, can I read this? Is this my level? You should try this book. So it's really working out well. And I think that we're going to continue to see students being held accountable for reading, reading books on their level, and then being rewarded with the incentive program that's in place. Thank you.
What was the boy trying to do?
Read. Read the book. Read the book. Read the book. He was reading his book.
What did the tiger do?
He was just being annoying and he wasn't listening to them. He was being annoying. He was doing the karate. He was tooting and he was chomping. He was hi-yawing. Mess around but the boy couldn't read when he was messing around.
Why should kids read this book?
Because it teaches them to be quiet when someone's reading. Because it's just super natural.
What was your favorite part of the book?
It's kind of funny because it's really good and it helps them read and get smarter.
What is the title of this book?
More spaghetti, I say. More spaghetti, I say. More spaghetti, I say.
More spaghetti, I say.
More spaghetti, I say.
Who's the author?
Rita Gelman.
Rita Gowan.
Rita Gelman. Rita Gelman.
So what is this story about?
It's about Minnie. She says, I can run in spaghetti, I can hide in spaghetti.
And she took a picture of herself on the top of the spaghetti. She eats spaghetti on like everything.
What is your favorite part of the story?
My favorite part was when the monkey ate all the spaghetti on all the kinds of food. She could ride in spaghetti. When she was showing her brother the pictures. And she likes to eat it with all the stuff.
And where can we get this book?
Your local library.
At the local library.
Who is the book by?
Maple
What's the title?
Afternoon on Amazon.
Tell me about the book.
What did they do in it?
Went to the rainforest to help save Minnie.
Would you like to visit the Magic Tree House?
Yeah.
Why?
It was magic.
What was your favorite part of Afternoon on the Amazon?
When Annie finds the baby jaguar
Where can we find this book?
in the library.
What is the title of the book?
Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Who wrote the book?
J.K. Rowling.
Tell me a little bit about the book.
So, one of the main problems is Harry Potter in the Triwizard Tournament. He's having a problem of getting through it, the Triwizard Tournament, because it's only for for people who are 17 years or older, and he's 14.
Who are the four main characters in the story?
Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger, and Cedric Diggory.
Where does the story take place?
It mainly takes place at Hogwarts, School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
Are there any other schools for witches and wizards?
Yes, there is Drumstring and Beaks Buttons.
What made you start reading Harry Potter?
I got told that there were good books, and I started reading the series, and I liked it.
What was your favorite part of the book?
When Harry Potter and Cedric Diggory were in the maze in the Triwizard Tournament, and they each touched the trophy at the same time, but there was a port key on it, so they went to a graveyard. They had to fight Lord Voldemort.
Why should other kids read this book?
I think it's a good book because, yes, it's fiction, but it looks long. I like it because it teaches me how to read a little more. There are some hard words in it that I can learn.
Where can this book be found?
It can be found at a library, and you can order it online.
What grade are you in?
4th grade.
What is the title of your book?
Wonder.
Who wrote the book?
R.J. Palacio.
Tell me a little bit about the book.
Wonder teaches people about kindness and there's a 10-year-old August Pullman. He is starting to go to a private school, and Wonder tells him about their journey through the school, and he has a sister named Via. He helps him throughout the school year. August, he meets some new friends, and he also has these friends that they on the first day of school they were showing him around, and then there was this bully, and he started giving him notes on his desk, his chair, and his locker.
What's your favorite part of the book?
The thing I like about the book is that one of his teachers, Mr. Brown, he gives him a precept that tells him to focus, tells his students to focus on it. And my favorite precept was, when given the choice between being right or being kind, choose kind.
Why should other kids read this book?
Because it teaches them how to be kind to those around them.
Where can it be found?
At Barnes & Nobles.
Who is the book by?
Rick Riordan.
What's the title?
It's Percy Jackson, The Battle of the Labyrinth.
What was your favorite part of the book?
At the end, where they fight to protect the camp.
Why should kids read this book?
I liked it because I like Greek mythology.
Where can this book be found?
In the fantasy section at the library.
The Land of Forgotten Girls. This book is fiction, and it is a great book, and the two girls go on many adventures. The two main characters are Ming and Sol. The two girls, one of the main girls, Ming, she writes a letter to her aunt, which may or may not be real. Will she answer, or who will answer back?
What was your favorite part about the book?
My favorite part was how they always go on adventures and how they would make up imaginary things so they would get away from their stepmother.
Why should other kids read this book?
Because this book teaches them how to just get out of their bad life and how to stay in a safe place.
Where can your book be found?
In any public library.